Westport lies on an arm of Clew Bay and was designed by the well-known architect of the Georgian period, James Wyatt. The Mall, with its lime trees lining both sides of the Carrowbeg River, is one of the country's most charming thoroughfares. The focus of the town is the Octagon, where the main streets converge. In its center is an 8-sided pillar of the same name, where a statue of George Glendenning once stood. The town also has many traditional shops, which have preserved their old hand-painted signs and fronts.
It's one of Ireland's largest sea angling centres. It attracts many visitors from the continent every year. The glass is high today, so I've joined the secretary of Sea Anglers Club, Mr. Tommy Brennan. I'm going out on Clew Bay to sample some of the sea angling for myself.
Tommy, is that we're going to catch any fish.
Michael, it will be not to catch the fish in Clew Bay. I don't believe that there's an angler living who has fished Clew Bay and never fished.
Now, this sea angling club here in Westport, Tommy, the success of it is entirely due to local effort.
Yes, so a committee of 20. We started in 1950s in an effort to bring tourism to Westport. At that time, there was only one boat in the bay. Got the idea that we might get the anglers to come here. We didn't know the work, but we advertised it, and it was a partial success in 1957, 1958, became a bigger success. Newspapers blazed headlines of the class, and the anglers started coming. Now it's international fame.
How did you sell it, Tommy, on the scenic beauty of the place or the quantity of fish in Clew Bay?
Well, obviously, I think it's sometime in the late 1800s, the Thackeray said that if Clew Bay was based anywhere else in the world, it would be sell scenery to people. You must have something else. Bring them here.
What sort of fish do you catch here?
Well, top shark. Now, average weight, 40 pounds. Irish record is 8 pounds. We're always hoping that we will get a record fish. We get plenty from 30 to 40 pounds. We get pollock, we get conger, we get huss, we get oceans of mackerel, Bernard, I suppose Osgate, anything from 10 pound up to biggest one we caught 167 pounds. That was caught last year. We got one 162, and we held the Irish white skate record up to last year 146.
Well, I hope we can beat that today. About time we thought about getting the anchors out.
Yes, I think it's a good time to start the fish and just see can we get some of the big ones.
The thing is, Tommy, to get it down on the bottom, let it go, take it up about 4 inches. Right, it's on the bottom now.
Now take it up about 4 inches.
Right. Just that.
And this ensures now that the bit is not, it's just on the bottom. It's not getting, you're not going to get snagged in anything. No, the main fish we're fishing, of course, is taupe. And this taupe shark, he's a marauder, and he fishes at varying depths. You'll catch him on the bottom, and you'll catch him midway up, and sometimes you'll even catch him on the top of the water. But mind you, if he let him go in the first run, you sure that?
Yeah.
Let him go the first run. And if you feel your line getting slack, he's laying down, be careful of them, other time you're going to make a second run, and you can take your fingers with it.
I really feel it when he gets...
No worries, you will feel it.
Come here.
Be careful,
Something on
be
here.
careful. There is. Watch it now. Steady. Oh, and it's a dogfish, and it's a good dogfish. Careful now. Bring this one in. Oh, it's a beauty. A good dogfish. Careful. Hey! Oh!
Yeah.
A good dogfish.
It's a bit bigger than the last one.
Yeah, oh, well, that's up to remember, 12 pound is the record fish for that class. Yeah. And that's a good 10 pound.
That's
really a good 10 pound one.
There was almost a dead weight on that. It was a different feeling.
No, well, I tell you what happened. I think that I must have cut across your line, and that probably added weight to you as well, you know.
Well, let's have a...
Well, let's go for it. There's one right there. There's another fella.
Now we are set for the final of the Helm Cup. Just for a matter of interest, Ger Smith, captain of the Busby Babes, the second year running, last year's winners. This year Aragon are in the final, who were third place last year. So it should be a good final. Most likely to look out for number 3 for the Busby Babes, Liam Helpin, one of the top scorers of the tournament. And Sean Cawley here, who's beside me, number 8 for the Aragon. The two most likely boys to put the ball in the net. It's a fine evening here at the Point, Westport. It's a good turnout for the finals. We're hoping for a good hour. Today's official is Christian Morton Senior, who's a Mayor League referee. His linesmen are Pat Foley and Pat Duffy. The Busby's to kick off. They're playing from left to right. Loses it to Cawley. Cawley for Aragon. It's a long ball in. I think it's covered by the keeper here, yes. Morton has it. He rolls it out, gives it out to Ger Duffy, number 9. Duffy takes on. Cawley fouls Duffy, so it's a free up. To be taken by Smith, the captain. Smith leaves it for McLaughlin. Mick. Michael sends a long ball up the field, but it's gone out of play and it's a throw into Aragon. Young Duffy could not get his contact to that ball. John Nixon with the throw for Aragon. Plays it to Cawley. Cawley lays it off to Cameron. Cameron sends the ball down, but it's covered by McLaughlin easily. And McLaughlin is fouled by his namesake, Johnny McLaughlin. It's a free to the Busby Babes. I think Michael got a feed of dust that time in his face. But he's not going to reach it. Ger Smith, the captain of the Busby, just instead. It's played to Coffey. Coffey to Ger Duffy. Duffy up to Helpin. Helpin loses the control of it. So it's a throw into Aragon. Taken by Nixon. Plays the ball forward to Welch. Won again by Smith. Going forward. He's robbed by young Duffy. Duffy has it. He couldn't keep it in, so it's Aragon ball. To be taken by Eddie Groen. Eddie plays the ball down the line to Moody.
Austin Burke. You see the gulls every morning, yeah?
I do, every morning.
Every morning?
Yeah, every morning.
What time do you get up at?
About 4:07.
4:07. What do you feed them with?
Bananas and
Bananas?
and bread.
And bread.
And bread.
Fair play to you.
Yeah.
You're doing a little bit for nature.
Sometimes.
They're not afraid of you?
No, no.
You were on the harbour board, eh?
I was.
How long were you on that for?
Gee, I don't know.
Roughly?
Well, 28 years.
28 years, yeah.
I was harbour master for a while. But John Mayock, now myself, I enjoyed John Mayock. He was the chairman.
Who else was on that board?
John Mayock.
Yeah.
Paul Foy.
Brendan Bolster.
Brendan Bolster was secretary. When he died, then Michael Moran came in as secretary. And then you had Declan Divern, Margaret Adams, a number of councillors then. And then you had 1 or 2 representatives from the Euro Club,
Chamber, yeah.
Chamber of Commerce.
Peter Shanley,
Yes,
Jim Kiley.
yes.
What are the biggest changes you've seen in Westport over Westport since you were a child?
Well, I suppose that there are many and varied, really. I know the population of the town had dipped under 3,000 in the late 60s and early 70s. The reason I know that is because, strictly speaking, you were supposed to have had then a population in excess of 3,000 before you could have a local authority in your town, and we were worried at one stage that we mightn't have it. The population has now doubled, and that in large measure is due to the huge development of tourism and to the growth of Allergan and other industries over the years. But I think what makes Westport special, I mean, I constantly meet people who say they've been to Westport and it's lovely and all of that, and location certainly has a lot to do with it. But I think what makes Westport fairly special, and again, as a native son, I'm probably very biased in this, is that it offers a quality of life to people that is not available in a lot of other places. It's a very friendly town. People look out for each other. People who come to town and as new people, I think there's a very definite effort made to welcome. If I could mention it, because I've been involved with it for the last 7 or 8 years, we've, under the direction of Noel Kavanagh, we've worked long and hard and to try and get the town hall refurbished as an arts and cultural centre, which I think is very badly needed in Westport. And again, an indication of the kind of support that is there for projects like that in Westport. Despite the very bad times that we're in, local people, business people, professional people, householders have contributed a sum of almost €1 million towards the redevelopment of Westport Town Hall.
Calling. This is the rooftop. Germany calling.
Who was saying that?
Lord Haw.
Okay.
And he used to call, about the Queen of England, who we called her everything. So he wasn't in court in the woods or in Germany.
Yeah.
But he was caught anyhow, but he had a lovely voice. Oh, I had a gospel here, I remember when the first radio here, and we used to put on that news. The war was on at the time. And trumpet talker.
Did you hear Lord Ha-Ha?
I did. I used to love to hear him. He had a so beautiful voice. You know, he says, Packy, he says, the Irishman is one of the best in the world, he says. He says, he goes right to the top. And then he falls down. And that's the truth. It was as simple ever I heard, but the truest.
And do you agree with him?
I did. I did agree with him. George Best Company and all those fellas. Don't know.
Going back in time. The first bus Joe Broderick drove in Lewisburg back in the 50s is here.
you ever see that before, Joe?
Oh, it's Dr. White.
Not too bad. Have you ever seen this machine before?
I have. I have.
Did you drive it?
No, I didn't drive it.
Yeah.
I started driving afterwards.
Hey, Joe!
I have to pay that too. Nice to see you.
Any chance of a lift to Lewisburg, lads?
Pardon?
Any chance of a lift to Lewisburg?
Certainly with this one. You remember her, you do?
Oh, my Lord, I do. I remember climbing up the ladder. I wouldn't lift up and climb up to
Not telling any more lies now.
Did you see this bus in action? Did you see it driving?
I worked in it.
You worked on it?
I did, yeah.
And how long ago was that?
1960.
1960.
Yeah.
50 years.
Yeah.
Oh, with a heavy drive, was it?
It was heavy.
No power steering, no?
No.
No power brakes?
No. They all were under the mill.
And is that the one you drove all the time, or did you change
I
them?
got the way you did improved them then as time went by.
And how long did you drive that one for?
About, I suppose, less than a year before.
Less than a year, yeah.
Over, like, you know.
And the more modern ones came then, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so there you go.
And you done the Lewisburg route?
I did, yeah.
Any place else? Just Lewisburg?
I was in Ankle for 3 years. I was in Ballinair for, and I started here in 1960, and I was on it 32 years.
32 years,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, how have the times changed anyway, Joe? The two Joes, actually.
The people change.
The people
It's the
change.
people.
Yeah.
In what way?
They're more serious.
More serious?
Times are different.
Times are different.
Different way of life and all that kind of thing.
Well, is it better or worse than it used to be?
Well, I
Yeah,
suppose
both
it's all the
your
way,
times.
it's all the way, the way you look at it kind of thing. Like, you know, so for the older people now, like our generation, like, you know, it's here to beat the old style and the old ways and like that. But we have to conform to the new ones and that's it, like, you know, so
That's it,
time
yeah.
goes by and the way it goes and that's it.
So how many miles do you reckon you put up with buses in your career?
Few.
A few. A lot.
So,
13.7, isn't it?
that's right.
13.7 from Westport to Lewisburg, yeah.
Do you have a Lewisburg bus now, you do? No?
There is.
Oh,
There is.
Oh, there is.
There is,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You carry chickens, you did?
I did the day old chicks
The old
from Kiltimagh.
chicks, yeah.
From Kiltimagh?
Yeah.
Of course, of all, every bus, yeah.
Yes.
Why?
I stopped, I wouldn't call for them. You have to go out and deliver them and everything.
Well, I used to be waiting here in Gaffney's when they got signed with
Yeah.
the mouth with their items.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, and he said, they're slowly poisoning me in there.
They were wrecking the atmosphere.
Yes, they never check us, you know, and all that kind of stuff. Controversial.
That's an old bus.
Everybody. And I'm so pleased that my good wife and I are present today at this most enjoyable function. And surely to God, Min Morton. And to me, you'll always be Min Morton. Yeah. Maybe Min McGrail to the rest of the crowd, but you're Min Morton to me. And a wonderful neighbour that we had on our street. And I'd like you to know that wonderful craftsman husband of yours made a lovely, lovely stool for his good friend, Jack Mulcairns, when they were doing a shilling each way on the winner of the National, and Cheltenham, and the rest of them. And I have in our home, a lovely stool, and it's a credit to Mick Morton's hands, and it's a memento that I take pride because we have a memento belonging to Mick Morton. And by Christ, if he wasn't one of the McGrails, I don't know who was.
You were born in a manor.
Manor, yeah.
You were born down Westport House?
Yeah, 24th August 1926.
1926?
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
It is.
And can you remember back far down there?
Oh, if I can't, no.
Can you remember the domain, like what it was like down there when you were young?
Oh, the domain was lovely when we were young lads, yes. It was a great time in it, hunting and catching rabbits and having a wonderful time we could.
I remind me there when Mr. Ring was saying about the man knocking on my door. But there was this doctor and he was well known, a strong Fianna Fáil supporter. And at that time there was no phones, but this man in the middle of the night, he got on his bicycle and met for the doctor's house. Knocked on the door. After a while the doctor put his head out the window. He asked him what was wrong. Oh, he said, my wife is expecting a baby, he said. And said the doctor, would you have any idea is she in labour? No, he says, I'll find you either. We're being a part all our life. Talking about the doctors, there was this young fella, and he was annoying the father, and the father was reading the paper. And the father got fed up. Now he says, I want to read the paper, he says. And you ask me one question more and then you have to go to bed. And says the young fella, he says, supposing a doctor got sick and another doctor doctored him. Would the doctor do the doctor on the doctor? Doctor the doctor, the way the doctor being doctor wanted to be doctor, or would the doctor do the doctor in his own way? I don't know if you understand that.
You never got married?
No.
Why? Too cute.
There might be a bit of history to that.
You're not going to tell us. You might tell us. Did you have a man?
There was one and one only.
One and one only. And what happened? You don't want to talk about that. Did he die? No?
He certainly did.
Did he? You going to tell us?
I had a heart condition. I was advised never to marry.
I
Said, yeah. Dr. McGree said, you can please yourself now whether you marry or not, but I wouldn't advise you to.
And did you tell him? The man?
I told the man, and the man left and went to England, and he was dead himself in a couple of months with a heart attack.
He got a heart attack?
Just he got the heart attack.
Yeah. Was it a broken heart, do you think?
I'd rather it didn't happen.
That he died, did it? Oh, naturally, yeah. Yeah. And did you hear it straight away after he died, or did you hear it later?
Later, it was a question of my own that told me.
And he had been dead for a while, had he?
He's dead 40 years anyway.
No, but was he dead for a while after you heard it, or did you hear it straight away when he died?
Oh, I heard it straight
You
away.
heard it straight away, yeah. And you were sad about that? Yeah.
Life is strange.
They're ending there now, or were they?
When I was scared, but I think people were happier, and there was no such thing as drugs
Or debt either?
no. And there was always, but they were scarce, you know, men that was too fond of the Guinness. I remember buying the Guinness at $10 pennies.
Per pint, is it?
For a good, good healthy pint and a grand crave me head on it. And the waste of that when you take it up and you're thirsty after coming from the bog, and the lovely flavour.
And how many mouthfuls have been in it for you?
Well, the good drinker usually, when they'd be working at something warm, there'd be 3 mouthfuls in the first pint.
3 in the first one?
Yeah, you could count the rings, the mouthfuls down after the froth. And the next one, then he'd take it a bit
slower.
easier. And the third one, then he'd have a chat. The fellas on the sea too, on the Cork, so they were great points.
And how many would you have then when you'd be after the bog? 3 or 4?
Well, very seldom that you'd go after being in the bog, you'd have cattle to look at and certain things, but no one again. I never believed in taking much points. A point when you be caught.
Would you go on Saturday nights now? Or?
Very seldom.
Very seldom.
Drink is a baby that can grow up and destroy. I saw many a man destroyed over it.
Didn't destroy you?
No.
No.
Now go down again. Go down. And go down one side. Go down the other side. Now tip when you're straight. Without bending your knees, tip your hands on the ground.
Jesuit. Is there anything special about Jesuits?
Well, they're just well, I am one.
You're
I mean,
one.
for better or for worse. And I joined them because I thought that they might suit my type of way of thinking. But I'm quite happy with it. I don't think they're the greatest things in sliced pan, you know what I mean? But I think they are good. The spirituality of Ignatius, and also the value we put on being an intellectual. Not, you see, Ignatius forced us to do 15 years formation after the leaving church.
Well, what did you do?
What?
To form yourself, what did you do?
What we did was, first of all, you do a degree in the university, the first 3 years. The first 2 years, you do 2 years spirituality. They're called novitiate. And then you do 3 years as a degree in the university in a secular subject, whether it's arts or science or human science. And then you're supposed to do a degree in philosophy. And that's 3 years. You do 2 degrees in all. You know, you do an undergraduate and a postgraduate. And then you're supposed to do 3 years work of a kind in teaching, something to do with education, or go on to do postgraduate work. And then you do 4 years theology. And then you do another year spirituality. And that's the formation of a Jesuit. So that takes 16 years.
And what are you supposed to do with all this then, when you get out?
Well, go
You're the educators, aren't you?
Well, not only that, but you can be, but you're doing when you're studying. I mean, I lectured for 33 years in the university, but I was still a Jesuit scholastic for 5 years of that. You know what I mean?
What was your subject study that you taught?
I taught the human sciences, psychology, sociology, anthropology, and I specialised in prejudice.
Of my childhood, they call back to memory those happy days of yore. Gone are the old folk, the house stands deserted, no light in the window, no welcome at the door.